I don't know what happened, Randa. And I'm trying to put the link in. It's not letting me put the link in. Let's see. Let me go in here and put it on my what's the name? Hold on, Randa. Hold on, man. I'm going to put the link in so other people could get the link. Y'all see it? Damn, Randa, put the link in for me. Thank you. Put the link in for the people. Sorry, guys. Put the link in for the people. Sorry, guys.
What?
Gucci, turn it down.
Turn what down?
I can hear it. For the people. Sorry, guys.
What?
Gucci, turn it down.
Turn what down?
I can hear it. For the people. Sorry.
Oh. Oh, Lord, I'm sorry.
DJ, come back. Come back, people.
Sylvia.
Huh?
How you cut us off?
Cause they told me to turn it off.
Leave Facebook on next time. That way Facebook can see what's going on.
Yeah, but they don't need to be seeing them. Gucci, what you eating?
A lobster roll.
Oh, let me ask Dallas, can she give me a what's the name roll?
I don't taste no lobster, but I sure taste a lot of vegetables.
The ham and cheese egg roll.
Ham and cheese. Where's my partner, Randa Baby? What's up, Randa Baby? Hey, ladies. What's up? Red Bunny. Miss Eva Johnson, how you doing? Don K. What's up? Miss Jones. Ratchet Randa. Put the last piece of food in my mouth. How you doing, Miss Johnson? Charlotte, how you doing? Hey, Claudine.
Gucci, Dallas says she's still waiting on you.
All right, Dallas. I'm gonna call you when we get off. I gotta update it. Oh God. Oh Lord. Dallas, I'm so sorry, baby.
He said, Dallas, I'm so sorry, Dallas.
Dallas, I've been running. Actually, your mama by now should tell you how slow I am when it comes to stuff. Gosh.
Say it again. She didn't hear you.
I said, I apologize, my little favorite little niecey, but I got you. But your mama should have tell you that she got to keep reminding me to do stuff like that. I be forgetting. I ain't gonna lie, but I got you. When we get off, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna update it. I got you. Happy New Year. Oh, no drinking and driving. No driving and drinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. I gotta take a list tonight.
Oh, all right. I got to update it because okay, I got you. I'll call you after we're done. Hey, Claudine, I was supposed to come to Miami today, but it was raining so bad I didn't feel like go. So I'm going next weekend. And yes, Rhonda, I'm always eating. Okay? Every time you come on live, I eat because that's the time I want to eat. I don't eat before you come on live, Rhonda. Okay? Hey, Derek, you see the stuff I go through?
I see it, man. It's all right. It'll be all right.
You know? And then Don K is supposed to be my partner, and he talked about I'm always eating. He taking up with the ladies.
He retired, ain't he?
Nah, he ain't retired.
That's what he say.
Nah, look who's in the chat talking. Okay.
I'm checking it out as we go.
But hey, I'm not drunk yet though.
So I got y'all. Did anybody have the displeasure of watching Fox Soul last night?
Oh Lord. Did you see how stupid she looked when the real victims?
And the problem that I have with Claudia is you ain't asking all the questions that everybody want to hear. You ain't asked her nothing. And they let them talk, and then they get to talk about victim shaming and all of this. And I'm like, just ask the woman the questions. Why would you eat your own feces? Number one, why would you start a fight on a man's birthday? Why would you why would you say one thing on Gayle King and then say pretty much the same thing on Precedence, and everything else that you said is just totally off kilter? It just don't make no sense. You know, the only thing that ever made sense to me that she stated was everything that she said on Gayle King and on Precedence all made sense, and it's all true to me. You know, it's facts. I mean, I just feel like that nobody is asking the right questions because nobody wants to be a victim shamer. And in order to get to the root of the cause, you got to understand the mentality of everybody involved, and you can't just succumb that to a victim because she stated that she had been singing and was classically trained from when she was a preteen. She said that last night. So if you was on this since you was 9, 10, 11, then you knew what you was trying to do. You knew what your dreams were, and you knew you was willing to do anything to get it. And that's okay, man.
Because you ain't like you got no talent.
Man, and then they talk about, oh, she's such an incredible singer. I'm like, she okay.
I'm trying to figure where.
I mean, that's yet to be seen.
In the church.
Man, that's yet to be seen.
Go ahead.
I mean, because okay, you might be able to belt out a few songs, you know, that you used to or whatever, but does your voice resonate? Does it make anybody feel anything? And I ain't felt nothing yet. You know, and I'd be honest about it, man. If the girl could blow, she could blow.
Right.
But I mean, she can sing, but I would say it's not what I would go purchase.
Right. I mean, you know, why you think the female part of the R&B music is dead? Because every year you got one come out like that, say they can sing. When they make one record, you don't hear nothing else. I mean, you see that every year.
The only, I would say, the best female talent that we have in the music industry right now, in my mind's eye, is her. Her. H.E.R.
I know that, but Jill Scott.
That's my girl.
Jill Scott is the best right now to me.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, as far as this new generation,
the new generation, that's her.
I've heard nothing like what this young lady has come with. I mean, I have purchased her music. I've actually literally physically went and bought it because it was that good to me. And that's what I look at. You know, I'm not saying, you know, don't pursue your dreams, because there's a lot of people out there that's horrible that's making millions. But I don't like the fact that you pursuing your dreams off of the back of a man that you pretty much just condemned to bring a spotlight to yourself. You know, you got a lot of these women out here using victimization as a tool for fame. And, you know, you see it all the time. You run into this more times than not. You know, it's in the corporate world. It's everywhere. You know,
it is.
It's everywhere. And the thing of it is that us as men, we carry no fight for it. There's no fight for us. We can't defend ourselves in a way, in an aggressive manner. The only thing we can say is we didn't do it and let the chips fall where they may, because if we're aggressive about it, then we are, what do we want to call it? You are intimidating, or, you're doing all these different things. And, I just want for people to ask these women the right questions. If these questions were asked if these questions were asked, Gucci, in Surviving R. Kelly, if Gayle King asked these questions, we wouldn't be here now.
We wouldn't. We wouldn't. But the thing is, everybody jump around the right question because everybody's motive is to make him look bad. You know,
Absolutely.
like last night, I forgot the question that lady asked, and she jumped right around and then went to something else. She haven't answered anything they asked her anyway. You know,
right? Because nobody wants to be a victim shamer. That's one of those keywords: victim shaming, victim blame. You don't want to be that person because then you're subject to the scrutiny of, oh, so you must be like this, or you have the same tendencies as this person. And I would tell anyone that my premise with this whole situation is, if anybody has done anything and broken the law, they definitely need to pay for it. But I've always been told that the truth don't need all of that help. You don't need to tell a story, then revise the story, then add on another story. You tell the truth, and that's it. It's going to stand on its own. So, for those who sit here and, oh, well, she said this and she said that.
Hey, Sylvia. Hold on, Derek. Sylvia. Somebody says Spitting Fire is on live talking about, who. Hey, Derek. I mean to cut you off, but if you hear this live, you're going to die, man. But the thing, Derek, like you're saying, she got no talent. Let me tell you, there's two things this new generation want to do. They either want to be a model or they want to get in the music.
And your girls over there coming at me. Ooh, wait, you talking about I was sucking your dick, Dana?
What?
Dana.
Play it.
Huh? I don't even know what
we want to hear
so
it.
Much that's happened since I dragged your ass last night. I dragged your ass so bad last night, Dana. I felt bad. I really felt bad. And you trying to come back today, but it's weak. It's so weak. It's so weak. But I'm glad you spit me out, though. I really am. I'm glad you spit me out. Sibbo over there in his chat talking shit with old girl and all them talking shit about me. This big fat motherfucker right here. Bro, this your sis. You trying to talk shit about me. You trying to talk shit about me. You mad because I got them goddamn KFC coupons that I done beat them to you. You mad? Dana, look, before I even started all this shit, I already had the coupons. Why you mad? Oh, hey, let me acknowledge y'all first. Make sure y'all sit up there and hit the like buttons coming on me in. And hell yeah, I got that Cash App. Shit, what the hell he talking about? Don't let that Cash App get to your head and all this and all that. Nigga, you need to get a Cash App. You need to get your own place, Dana. You too old to be living with some goddamn body. You need to get your own motherfucking place. But let me shout out to my moms. K-Baby. What's going on, baby? Hey, Tanya. Woman of God. Shakira. Leisha. Bossa Queenie. Well, oh, thank y'all for coming on in here, T-Sizzle. You know what? I'm going to get in so much trouble. Y'all don't know the lecture I got last night. I got the lecture of a lifetime. Like, don't be on here doing this. But I may as well go out in 2020 with a bang. I'm not going to even come back to 2021 without a bang. I'm just not. I'm leaving it alone in 2020 after day. But I'm going to get some shit. Because you going to show me some respect. I'm going to whoop your fat, nasty black ass. You going to show me some goddamn respect. All that. You think your motherfucking you think you got that damn body, don't you? You got the nerve to call somebody fat, Dana. You really got the nerve. Dana, did you know your stomach was hanging over when you was in Nevada and you was working out? It was hanging over your pants. It really was. You know what I'm saying? It really was. Oh, Dana, I can see. I can see my pussy though. I can't. I was gonna show it to you, but I already got into trouble. Dana, I shouldn't be, doing all that kind of stuff. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Dana, you can't hold it down in jail. You really can't. You really can't. I'm not saying you go to jail, Dan. I wasn't saying that. See, your comprehension level is weak. You know what I mean? It's all the years that Mama Mary missed the IEP meetings you needed. You know what I'm saying? You really need to help. You know, Dana, all that. I told her, Dana, to buy you some construction paper so you can learn how to write your name and shit. And all that kind of shit. You never learned how to do that shit, Dana. And that's her fault. Mama Mary, I'm sorry, but that's your fault. You should have taught him how to wash his ass and write his motherfucking name, and you never did. You never, ever did. You know what, Dana? And Sidbo, I'm not going to tell nobody what I caught y'all doing because I don't want them to know that. I support y'all. I really do. And as a matter of fact, I think that we should get a GoFundMe because I think y'all should have the wedding y'all want. Really, you and Sidbo. Now, I don't know who go wear the dress and shit. That ain't my motherfucking business. But I think that, you know, I do support gay rights, Dana. I support gay marriage as well. I think you and Sidbo can, you know, determine who go wear the dress and who go be the bottom bitch. Dana, I don't think, you know what I'm saying, Sidbo should be, you know, the bottom bitch. Because, Dana, if Lord beholds, if you on top of Sidbo, oh, Lord, you might crush him. I mean, Sidbo ain't no small motherfucker either. You know, he just flamboyant and he saw Shay a lot as a man, you know. But I guess that's what they do. Somebody got to be the bottom bitch. Somebody. But, Dana, I just don't want you on top. You fat like me, Dana. We got a long way to go, but we'll get there. We gonna get there, Dana. Don't be fat shaming, Dana. You need to stop that. You need to stop that shaming. You don't need to fat shame no more, Dana. They have vegetables. And Sidbo said, I did a sip of water and now I think I lost 40 pounds. Sidbo, I've been drinking water for a while now. I have. Sidbo, why you fat shaming like that? Your nigga fat. Your man fat, Sidbo. Dana, why are you not taking up for the fat people? Oh, wow. That shit fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to take up for the fat people. All y'all always talking about people fat. Like it ain't nobody fat in the world.
I'm fat.
Me and Dana gonna stay together. Dana, you gonna be my little brother forever. We gonna be two fat motherfuckers. It's just that you the stupid one. You know, Mama she should have got you the help. She needed, but she didn't. But I will. Then I will. But first, I gotta, you know, you need to put some bass in your voice, Dana. You've been talking to Sidbo so much, it's, you know, high pitch. I don't like that shit in you. I don't like that damn high pitched voice you got over there. You know what I'm saying? You need to get that deep voice, you know, get that masculinity back up in there. You know what I'm saying? Need to. Dana, you really need to listen to me. All week of your damn subscribers, they really need to come over here so they can get some strength, Dana. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want everybody listening to my conversation. You talk too much already, Dana. So I don't think you should do that. But let me tell you this. I gotta cut somebody out right quick, so I'm gonna need you to be quiet, okay? I need you to be quiet because I gotta go off. You know what I'm saying? You lucky you 18 because you shouldn't be hearing this, but your mama going off like this, and I don't want you to be going off on nobody like this. You know what I'm saying? Because this person right here, they on drugs. You know, this is your Uncle D. He on drugs, okay? And I'm trying to get him some help. You know what I mean? On me and you know, do some drugs and shit and come after your mama and everything, and I just can't have him do that. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get Uncle D some help. You know what I mean? But we're going to pull up over here and let me go off on him a little bit because he needs somebody to go off on him. He needs to, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, Dana, let me tell you something. Let me tell you what your whole ass did last night. I knew your motherfucking ass couldn't fight. You fat, scary, sloppy motherfucker. I knew your ass couldn't fight. As soon as Angelo came on that motherfucking panel and your motherfucking ass supposed to be for your mentor, and he got to talking to fucking Debo like that, your bitch ass, your bitch scary motherfucking black bummy, dusty, dirty, broke ass done got off the motherfucking site. Then when Debo left, you pop your fat, nasty black ass back in there talking about some you had to work. You scary motherfucker, you. Why the fuck you ain't stay there and fight with Debo when it came to Angelo, you hoe ass motherfucker? And then Angelo said you be talking to him. Dana, if I find out your motherfucking ass was Team Truth all along and you was talking to Angelo, I'm gonna spit more motherfucking fire than your ass can handle. And Sidbo, I'm telling you, you keep buying Dana some goddamn tuck pads, I'ma fuck your fat ass up. Your gay nasty ass, you hear me? I'ma fuck you up, Sidbo. You done turned my brother out, turned him into a punk asshole ass nigga, and all that goddamn bullshit. See, he was a goddamn man when he was fucking with me and Blockbender and all this and that, but now he turned into a soft ass, fat ass, nasty ass, musty ass, crusty ass, dirty ass motherfucker. A broke bitch at that. And I'm sick and tired of his motherfucking ass lying, talking about some, he ain't take no money. I know goddamn well they ain't give you no $5,000, nigga. You ain't never had $5,000 in your life. They paid your ass $50 to join them, didn't they, Dana? And your stupid ass can't count, so you did it. I told your ass to just leave this shit alone and grow your motherfucking channel. But you didn't do it, did you?
Okay, y'all. I think y'all need to go to that channel over there. Spitting Fire. Let me put her link in there. There's a lot of cussing in there.
I'm going over there for a minute.
Woo, y'all, it's a lot of cussing, y'all. Go over there to Miss Spitting Fire. It's a lot of cussing. Let me go. Let me guys, go over there. Let me
oh my
let me
God.
put the link in there for y'all to go watch her over there. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna put it in there for y'all. Huh?
I'll be back. Oh my God.
Yeah, y'all need to go Spitting Fire, y'all. Y'all need to go watch her.
God.
Let me put it on here for y'all. Hold on. Let me put the link in there for y'all. Hold on. All you guys. Okay, y'all can go over there.
Sit down, Dana, and get you some black sheep.
Hey.
Huh? That's the link. That's the link, y'all. Woo, Jesus.
You know what? I don't even want to talk about it. Never mind.
Here, guys. Here it is. Oh, she's offline now? Okay, she went off, y'all. Oh, Jesus.
You know what? You don't even need to commentate behind that.
Oh, jeez.
And I don't get in that type of mess, so no comment.
No comment for me either.
No comment. I don't deal with all of that. That's crazy. No comment.
Okay.
Buddy.
Charlotte, I
think, hey y'all, it's almost you almost need a blood pressure check behind that.
Oh gosh, Jesus.
Imagine walking in the room hearing something like that going down. I'd be to walk right out. I'm like, oh, you busy. I'll see you later. The only thing I gotta say about that is Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, people.
And we need to leave. All the drama. All the problems, all the beef, all the alt, and all that foolishness in 2020. You know what I'm saying? We want to leave COVID back there. We need to leave the foolishness. That's craziness. And see, I know just by experiencing what I've been experiencing here that, just as a viewer, that this is something that is repetitive and it's ridiculous and it's provoked.
Yeah.
These attacks be provoked. And I ain't never really heard her go in on nobody.
No, she don't know. Ooh, jeez.
Bless your heart, Spitting Fire. I understand where you're coming from. It's a mission afoot, y'all.
Look, my head is itching. Ooh, Jesus, I felt that.
Man, that was deep.
Woo, Lord, I felt it, y'all. I felt it.
say, in this age of exposure and all of this is going on, man. Everybody want to expose everybody, and ain't nobody got walking around here with no type of confidence.
Yeah.
And confidence, when you can give somebody something in confidence, it should never come back. And that's all you keep on seeing. Us as Black people need to be able to be confident in one another.
She's still alive, y'all. She's still alive.
For real, we need to be confident in one another. In 2021, we need to go ahead, and we don't need to be telling all our secrets to the enemy.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And that's people and that's the devil at the same time.
Yep.
And that's just real talk. We gotta realize that every blogger that came on here in January of 2019 and from on out, their purpose was that they saw an injustice happening right before their very eyes and was speaking about it. And then instead of sticking to the mission, we end up getting into where this person is this, and I'm going to make sure that I expose this person for that. And we ain't keeping our eyes on the prize. I think that we need to watch. Keep your eyes on the prize. Yep. The stuff that we are not paying attention to, and we need to be. Because I watch Keep Your Eyes on the Prize every year. It's just a habit of mine. Because you got to stay focused on the task at hand. If we divide it, we can never come together.
Yep. You're right.
We can never come together and make this thing move, because everybody arguing about pushing the truck down the street, but ain't nobody pushing the damn truck. And that's a fact. That's all I've been seeing. Everybody exposing everybody and trying to make everybody out to be a sexual deviant, while they got the person that we trying to free locked up for things that aren't true that people have said about them, just like what's going on in the YouTube streets. It makes no sense. It's stupid. And it's emotional. And things that you do in anger, you can never take back.
Yep.
And that's a fact. Once you put it out there in anger, it's out there. And we just got to get better than this, Miss Sylvia. We just do.
Yeah, you're right.
Jen and Lindsay come on. Oh, white girls, you don't know what they talking about. Why are we doing this instead of listening and using your common sense?
Yeah. Hey, Marshall. Hey, Big Marshall.
That's what the person that we're trying to get free told us to do. No one's doing it. What's happening here? And I don't come on like that, because I don't want to get involved in this back and forth. It's unnecessary. It's not moving the needle at all. It's crazy. And I'm just an ordinary person like every ordinary person that was sitting at their house watching that foolishness unfold. If you were paying attention back in 2017, if you were really paying attention, when his house got broken into, I was like, oh my God, here we go again. I said that in my heart and my brain because I was using my common sense. And then you saw Tim Savage come on YouTube acting like a hardcore thug, which you knew he was not from the moment you saw the man. You care about your daughter, but you got your child on a video talking about men taking thumbs up their behind. Look at these parents. They off chain. They're off the chain and ain't nobody seeing it. You don't take your daughter to a concert and leave her nowhere. I don't care. I wouldn't leave my 21-year-old daughter somewhere by herself. I went there with her. Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. You're right. You're right.
Off the chain. We got to focus on that type of stuff. And stop worrying about somebody's background that you're not trying to get out of jail and worrying about putting people in jail when you're trying to get somebody out. How does that even make sense? And that's just me. Moving forward, people need to stay on task. We need to do everything that we need to do to be positive and bring a positive light, not this negative, goofy shit. Sorry, Miss Sylvia. But not this. Counterproductive. We're not going to win if we fighting.
I mean, and that's all I've been saying the whole time. Not all one person's fault. It's not all one person's fault. Right. That. And he shouldn't be suffering that like that. You know, I mean, I just don't want to discuss Wild right now. I just don't want to do that. Me and you going to talk offline when I finish this. Yeah, we can talk. All right. Yeah. So let me get out, man. I'll talk to you a little later. All right, cool. Happy New Year to you and everybody listening. Make a better year, man. All right, bro. Happy New Year. Same to you.
Talking to the enemy.
All right, peace. All right. So, straight from the horse's mouth himself, not playing those games. We going to end 2020, and I'm going to burn this bitch down just like I started this motherfucker. And I should have burnt that shit down when I started the shit. Y'all heard it from the man himself. But like I said, Carlita was up in age when she did what she did with Robert, and Robert was a teenager. So before y'all calling people pedophiles, know what the fuck you talking about. And then I'm going to go here. Keith, I'm glad you here, bro. You said it. Where are these fake ass people coming from? Thank you. Thank you. Y'all know Dana J got to get something to drink, you know? Shit. I drink a little bit. But
Miss Sylvia, you know what I hope? I hope one of these crazies out here that's been blogging
a loyal person to the point where
get
they know
too drunk tonight and expose themselves.
That's where they push me.
Somebody.
Like I say, I was willing to take all of Team Kel's sins to the grave. And like I said, and I'm going to stand on it, the only solid motherfucker over there is T. Stevens. That's it. Everybody else fake as fuck and bullshit. And talk behind your back like a bitch. And pillow talk with bitches. That's all they do. That's all the fuck they do. Then they talk about you, and then when you get on their heels, they run and try to get reinforcements. So let me introduce myself here to this motherfucking beef sector. That Brooklyn bitch, you don't know me, you ugly motherfucker. And if I get on your heels, you're going to commit suicide. You and that motherfucking baby that you carrying.
Oh, Lord. Oh, all right, y'all. Okay.
See, it's too hot. It's too hot. Come on, man. We got to do better. We just got to do better, man. And that's a fact.
Yeah.
We need to keep our eyes on the prize. Oh, Lord. Got to keep your eyes.
Just watch how things unfolding right now. If you notice after the big talk, how people are unraveling, you notice that?
Mm-hmm.
They're unraveling, y'all.
You know, I'm not to speculate who in their heart was, or, for R. Kelly or whatever. It's beyond all of that now, man. It's crazy. It's like, whoa. And like New Year's, somebody gonna get popped tonight, and they gonna get to running their drunk mouth on live. Happy New Year, and blah 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 blah. It's gonna get crazy. You never know who is going to do it.
Keep your recordings ready.
It ain't gonna be me, because I'm going to bed.
Keep your recordings ready, because some stuff is going to be said, done, and you guys are gonna be camera ready.
But Happy New Year, y'all, for real. It's been fun.
I'm glad you're back.
Yeah, I'm a bushwhacker.
I sent you a couple of messages and I hadn't heard anything back from you.
I'll tell you like this. I've been, just busy doing some things, life happening, and sometimes you gotta step back and you gotta live for yourself, at a certain point, and trust me, yeah, my view and opinion has not, changed as far as how I feel. Is, I know that when I say what I say, I know people can understand what's going on. I really do. And some people don't. Some people don't. We live in this world of duality. And the only thing we have to do is try to sway people to just think and not just be fed. Learn how to cook. Look at what made this happen. Learn this recipe like a Geronda Pace did.
Yeah. Dom, don't leave. Please don't leave, Dom.
For real, because trust me, after R. Kelly, there will be more injustices.
Yeah, it is.
They happen every day.
Every single day.
There will be more injustices. You see them try it a little bit to see if anything could tread water for them. And settlements are happening right now. As we speak, people are settling out of court for something that somebody said that they did just so they could shut the heck up. And that'll come back to bite them in the end.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Because the thing of it is that the music industry wants you to shut up and not talk about what's going on and how people are accusing you and the fact that you're not doing it and you can't say nothing. You can say something, but you got to be vague and evasive because of the pending court case. You can't pour your heart out, basically. Yeah. And that's where they get you, because you can never really pour your heart out because they told you couldn't.
Yeah.
And then when you do, you sound crazy.
Yep.
That's what's happening. That's been happening for years. That's been happening to our black artists for years. That go back to Sam Cooke.
Yeah.
And his death. Otis Redding, his death. You have to think about these things. It is deeper, and it can't keep on happening.
Yep.
Because they ride us like horses, and then they throw us in the trash when they're done. That's what they're doing, and they never give you what you're worth. The industry pretty much sharecropped R. Kelly.
Yeah.
I'll let you live on my land, but I own this. Everything you do, your namesake, everything. That's the reason why Prince put slave on his face, because they said, we own your name. Prince, the name his mama gave him. We got to really educate ourselves if we're going to go into this thing, because it's deeper than R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you can walk through a Menards or any store, and they got an Elvis Presley Christmas ornament to hang on your tree for you if you want it. They do have those. And this is what we up against. A narrative that has been placed on us since slavery. That's what we need to be talking about. That's what we need to go into, because it is deeper than that. This is our heritage, because anybody who has ever done anything in our society got an asterisk by their name. Why they look the other way when other people have done the same thing, if not worse. Yeah. So we got to be smart about this. And when you research it all. And that's why I feel the way I feel, because I researched it all from the beginning of the career. And I've lined it up with other people's careers that succumbs to this. And it's almost the same. At a certain point in their career, they have controversy. And at the end of their career, they either die or they go to jail or something crazy happens to them.
Yep.
Every last one of them. Of our artists. Our people who put...
They never let us leave earth with dignity. It's always some sort of stain on their name.
Right. Always a stain. You know, and that's one of the things that we have to do. When I heard that man say, use your common sense, it jarred everything in me. Because I'm like, if people actually took the time to think, why? When I could have everybody. Would I choose to have what would destroy my whole career? Seriously. Why would I do that? My career, my namesake, the R. Kelly brand, everything that I tried to do in music and to make people feel good. His music was never feel bad music. At any point. But asterisk on the name. You know, 2 women he had living with him. Now that's weird to some, not too weird to others. Hugh Hefner had how many about at one time living in his house? Nobody. How many? I can't hear you on mute.
I said quite a few.
And nobody ever. Okay.
Wow. I have a video of one of the young ladies saying how abusive he was. He was abusive.
Absolutely.
And abusive. And she had made complaints about him. And then what he did, he said, oh, she just sore or something like that. He treated her bad.
She mad because she didn't make the centerfold.
Yeah, that's what she said. Then she eventually made the centerfold. She still was not happy with herself, she said.
Right, because that's what you really wanted. Your goal, and then when you got to your goal, it meant nothing because you already compromised yourself. Because, you know, I don't think that Hugh Hefner has ever been well, he could be the type of person to have people that you could fear, but that was a little dude. He wasn't going to do nothing to nobody. Unless you let him. Yeah. Facts. You know, and it's amazing to me that I'm like, dang, I've been expecting a surviving Hugh Hefner or something. Man, they reveled this dude. They had a series on one of these apps about his Playboy life in the beginning. I'm like, boy. But we get asterisks.
Well, you know, for so many years after I left the mansion, I didn't want anything to do with Playboy. I just wanted to start over, establish myself. And for so many years, I wouldn't talk about it. And people would be like, oh, do you still talk to Hef? And I'm like, no, And they'd want to know the story behind that. So then I felt like it was the elephant in the room that I could never get away from. And, after, examining why I made the decisions I did, I felt that maybe there'd be some people out there who could learn from my mistakes, because I was in a bad relationship for a long time and, didn't really have the courage to leave.
Now, in the book, some of the excerpts, you talk about that, being in that environment, Hugh at times would offered you drugs, and it was a very volatile environment, and there was a lot of women being manipulated inside that environment. And I'm curious to, being who he is and who he's always been, what did you expect? Like going into that environment?
Well, he has a really great veneer on the outside of his personality, a very gentlemanly, nice guy type of thing. And it was definitely something I fell for, hook, line, and sinker. And, all the girls that were involved in the situation made it out to sound like something very fun and very light, because once you get into that situation, there's a lot of things that go on that are embarrassing and you don't want to admit to people. Like, nobody admitted to sleeping with him, and, everything just seemed very light. And I just thought it would be like a fun adventure.
You slept with him the first night you met him?
No, not the first night I met him.
Well, how, the first date?
Yeah, it was like the first night we all went out together.
Okay. And what, did you find him sexy?
No, I was really
Holly Madison.
No, I was really intoxicated. I mean, I liked him personality-wise at the time, but that was more where it was at.
You say at the time, you don't like him now?
No, I look back and I just don't see somebody who's a very nice person.
Okay.
Or at least the way he treated me anyway. Everybody has their own experience.
But you wanted to be like inside of the Playboy magazine.
Hugh Hefner.
Yeah, definitely. I thought it would be a great
Hugh
stepping
Hefner.
stone. I thought it was something, that seemed really glamorous to me at the time.
You say.
Hey, it's his fault that she was drunk.
To do a Playboy pictorial so you could
Say it
become
again?
famous, but then it became.
It was his fault she was drunk, man.
To a point where, my self-esteem was so low, and I was always made to feel, by him that I was too ugly to be in the magazine. And it almost became like an obsession. Like, I almost thought, maybe I could become famous and then I could get into the magazine, which actually ended up happening, strangely enough. But it just got so warped, my expectations and, where my head was at. I really got in way too deep.
Well, Holly, he put out a statement,
Lavelle.
which I'm sure you were anticipating. He said, over the course of my life, I've had more than my fair share of romantic relationships with wonderful women. Many moved on to live happy, healthy, and productive lives, and I'm pleased to say remain dear friends today. Then he said, sadly, there are a few who have chosen to rewrite history in an attempt to stay in the spotlight. What's your response to that?
Well, I'm definitely not rewriting history. Everything in my book is true, and it's my true experience. And as far as staying in the spotlight, I felt like it was important to share my story because it was kind of like this elephant in the room I couldn't get away from. But one thing I've learned over the years is I don't really like being famous or being associated with Playboy or being associated with Hugh Hefner. So, even talking about it isn't really something I enjoy. I just kind of want to get, my message and my true story out there.
Okay.
But it seems like you got a chance to eat the feast first and now complain about the food. Like, you lived with him for years, right? You were with him for a long period of time, and you enjoyed the accolades that came along with it, right? You became famous,
reality TV show.
A lot of money, I'm sure, was around it, and now it just feels like some people are going to say, well, you laid your bed, you should just lie in it.
Yeah, I mean, definitely people come at me and say that, when they see like a headline or an excerpt, but, the book's over 400 pages and I take responsibility for all my own decisions. So I think if people read the whole story, they'll understand where I'm coming from, and that good things definitely came out of the situation, but there was a lot of bad too. And the bad part's always been hidden.
Okay, so here's what I imagined. Okay, so it's you, Bridget, Kendra, Hugh Hefner, and there's like foursomes going on. Like, was that happening? Like, were you in multiple situations where you had multiple sex partners in that situation?
I mean, that was kind of the setup, and this is all detailed in the book too, but none of the girls were really into it. They were all kind of like pretending with each other.
Really?
Yeah.
So, but y'all were going through it. You still were going through the motions. So there was sexual activities. I read in the book that he would never finish, that he would like ejaculate afterwards. Is that true?
Yeah, like by himself.
By himself. So it'll be a lot of. Paint the picture, Holly. That's why you here.
It's all in the book. I can't give away all of it. Yeah.
Sell the book, girl. You gotta sell the book.
That's 200 pages.
Give
But that is a lot of it.
Give me a scenario, like a scenario.
Well, I mean, like the first night I went up there, it was like a lot of girls, and they were all kind of like, putting on a show and going through the motions. And I always kind of felt like if smartphones had been around back then, they would have been holding one on the other side when half wasn't looking at their phone, because they were all like making fun of the situation or talking, and they're creating like this silhouette, but everybody, all the girls weren't really into it and wanted to get it over with as soon as possible.
Like half would be to act like the man in bed though.
I mean, he had his own routine. Everybody likes different things.
300 years old, and I'm the only person that's like, this motherfucker's 90. What do you mean a man in bed? 40-year-olds ain't even acting right. You talking about a 90-year-old? Please, Sway, shut up. I got to get into Holly's business about something else. All right, so let's just say this whole thing. I'm sorry, Sway. Let's just say this whole thing was a mistake. Like you just say, you look back now, and you kind of wanted to do it for this reason, and we all make mistakes, Holly. But now that you have a family now, you have a daughter, you what do you tell her? Because we're in a generation where, you're my kid. If I ever have kids, they could Google my name and shit'll pop up. What are you going to tell your daughter when that happens? How do you break this down to her?
Well, my daughter was one of the reasons I wanted to write the book and, tell my story and explain why I made the decisions I made and what I learned through those decisions. And I hope that she can learn through my mistakes as well.
Would you let her post, like, to say, when she's...
No, I don't think it's a good idea.
That whole lifestyle, though, isn't a good idea, is it? Like,
yeah, I don't think so. It's different for everybody, but, I feel like it wreaked havoc on my self-esteem for a long time. And I really lost my self-worth and really, got lost in that for a number of years.
Veronica over there is an intern who dreamt of becoming a playmate.
Yeah, actually I did. Yeah. When I was like 16, I was like, I'm going to move to California and I'm going to be a playmate and I'm going to strike it big. And after I started reading your book, I was like, wow, I'm actually kind of thrilled that I didn't do that.
Thank you.
I also have a question in regards to, you do mention some attempts of suicide and, depression. So how did you actually get through that? And, just to counter that, what is the book mainly out there to try to help other young women who are aspiring to do the same things you did?
Yeah, I would love it if people could read my story and learn from my mistakes and maybe not make the same mistakes I did, or realize, that they can take charge of their lives sooner than I did and get out of bad relationships and not feel branded by decisions they made.
Which way did you attempt suicide?
Well, I never attempted suicide, but I felt suicidal. I just felt like, I'd made a really bad decision and, branded myself for life and couldn't really live up to it or face up to it and was miserable in the situation.
Now, if you called you and he offered you an apology, would you be willing to accept it? Or is it just too much damage done?
I mean, I just don't... I don't think he could ever accept that he made me feel the way he did, because he's the type of person who's surrounded himself with yes people for 60 years and kind of has, I think, a delusional sense of who he is and how he treats people.
What about Kendra and Bridget and all the girls? Do y'all communicate? Are y'all friends?
I'm friends with Bridget, but not Kendra.
Why not?
Well, I write about our falling out in our book, but maintaining the relationships with other women were always important to me, because we did have that shared experience that, whether, some of them want to admit it or not, is kind of a traumatic experience. And, Kendra just got kind of attitude with me one day, and, I didn't want to put up with it. So.
You talk about the competitiveness in the household.
You always got to throw that book in there. It's in my book.
All right. What was the worst scenario you could recall from that happening?
I mean,
I was wondering where the money grab was coming from.
Pretty well, and the show really brought us together and provided us a lot of fun opportunities. So it was more like the three of us against the world. But before, when there were 6 girls when I first moved in, it was just a lot of cattiness. Girls making up lies about me to try and get me in trouble. Everybody's trying to get everybody else kicked out, basically. And everybody kind of lived in fear of getting kicked out, because I think once you make the decision to go there and realize what it cost you and, your self-respect, you kind of want to get something out of the situation, or at least last there for a little while. And it was very competitive.
Would you consider it a cult in a sense then? Like you were brainwashed?
Not like I was brainwashed, but I definitely, I was made to feel like I was ugly and not worthy. And I definitely bought into that.
Brainwashed.
6, 7 girls.
Sound like something, right, y'all?
And he was sleeping with all 7?
Yes. A lot of the girls wouldn't admit it, though.
Seven
girls would admit
people would.
So did you stay in your own room, or you stayed in a room with him since you was the number 1 girl?
Well, at first I had my own room, but then I shared a room with him.
And then you shared it with him. So when he would leave at night for a couple hours, you knew he was banging out one of the other girls?
No, because it never happened like that. It was always everybody all together, and it was always like on the nights we went out, Wednesdays and Fridays. It was never a surprise, and it was always the same.
You know, in street slang, they call that they would call you the bottom. You know what that means, right?
Facts.
And the girls.
I know what that means in the gay world, but not the pimp world.
So y'all was doing that too? No, just kidding. The bottom bitch is the what they call them is the main girl, the number one girl. You know, and it seemed like that's what the infrastructure he set up. It was like he got all these women in one house, and you guys were hanging in there for whatever reasons, fame, fortune. Did you walk away with any money?
I mean, we made some money off the TV show, and I was mostly concerned with like paying off student loans and credit card debt and things like that because I came there straight from college. It wasn't as much money as people would think. Everybody thinks, you know, you walk away with like millions of dollars and you have it made and everything like that. But I basically, you know, wanted to start from scratch when I left and, you know, make a name for myself. And for so many years, I wouldn't even talk about my mansion years. And I would just kind of like brush everything off with a polite answer. Yeah. And that's why I didn't talk about it for so long.
Okay. I feel like I remember an episode of Girls Next Door where you guys actually went to go visit your family, your parents, right?
Yeah, my parents and the girls and I, but not half, went to Alaska to go visit where I grew up.
Got you. Throughout all these years, and I'm not sure, did you confide in them a little bit? Did you hint that you were unhappy?
Absolutely not, because I was too embarrassed by what went on, and that's just not the type of stuff I talk to my parents about. So definitely not.
But what was their reaction overall with you living there?
I mean, I've always been kind of one of those kids that do what I want, so they know they can't really tell me anything, but you know, I never confided in them that anything was wrong. I think a lot of the girls' parents kind of got the impression that they were just staying at the mansion while they modeled or something.
Okay.
Are you angry with him?
I'm not angry. You know, writing the book wasn't about trying to get a reaction or having an axe to grind or anything like that. I just wanted to share my story for my own sake and hope that other people can learn from my mistakes and at least understand where I'm coming from.
Holly Madison, you're a beautiful woman.
Thank you.
Here in person. And man, you peeled back the curtain on the Playboy Mansion, man. My gosh. The things I read in this book. So Hugh would get naked in front of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be dark in the room, but
hell yeah, it gotta be dark. This motherfucker old as hell. I'm not getting it, yo.
But it sounded like he was extremely sexually active at his age. Like
pills.
Probably for his age, yeah. He was always open about being a big Viagra user.
Costco size.
Costco size.
Looking like Mike and Ike. He's like,
yeah, sex like Hugh Hefner. That's like guys put notches on their belt. Is that a notch on your belt early on?
I wish women could put notches on our belt, but that's not how society views it, sadly.
Suspended.
Holly Madison, Down the Rabbit Hole, Curious Adventures and Cautionary Tales of a Former Playboy Bunny. Yo, get the book. Trust me. It's so interesting from front to back. And it's hard to put down. Holly, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right?
Thanks
Take
for
care.
having me on, guys. It's swaying.
You heard that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that sounded familiar. The whole conversation. I've heard that somewhere before. Interesting. Almost verbatim.
Okay.
Absolutely. That seemed like a script, man. Here, read this. Well, I promise you, this is insane. But
rabbit hole.
I don't know if I can believe it.
You don't believe it?
I don't know if I can believe it. I don't know. If you abuse me, if you punch me in the mouth, and I know another punch is coming, I'm gonna move out the way. That's just my thinking.
Well, would you like to hear a little bit of the book? I got the book.
She want the tea about her and old girl falling out to come out. I'm gonna have to get me some of these crazy behind fiction books.
No, I have the book. I have the book.
These top fables that they out here running with. Because you know your little boring life in the Playboy Mansion with Hugh Hefner telling you ugly. That's the only thing I heard. I ain't hear her say nothing about being backhand slapped or, you know.
No, she said you have to get the book to read that, to get that.
Right, because it's all about selling that book. I was wondering. I was waiting on it. I'm like, so when she gonna say something about the book? Something.
Well, my book club folks, y'all want to hear the book later on another day? My book club folks, you know, like Elizabeth and my other folks, like to listen to these books.
They probably like, read it now. You can read it now. Nah, but you know what? It's interesting because you have to, in the interest of fairness, you have to have known going to the Playboy Mansion what you was walking into.
Mm-hmm.
The man been showing you what he about since what, the 60s?
Yep.
Come on. Females all around him, and you already know that, you know, they touching and rubbing on each other right then and there. That's craziness. I'm like, yeah. And then all of a sudden that's why you can't let a lot of people around you.
He's deceased, right?
Huh?
He's deceased, right?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
But judging by he being in his 90s and popping Viagra pills, he might be dead and something might still be alive.
Oh.
They probably couldn't close the casket. Sure.
Wow.
I'm sorry. It's one of those days. It's Thursday, New Year's Eve. Yeah, that was interesting. That was kind of eerie how that sounded.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. And if that book don't sell, she gonna try to sue that estate trust. Trust. That's coming because ain't no respect for the dead when they got billions and billions. It's ridiculous. That should make some people kind of mad that they heard that story come out of her mouth. Because it's the same story, man.
I'm gonna play for my
I was drunk. Oh God. Being drunk is no excuse. That's no excuse. Being drunk is never an excuse. Well, I was drunk. Nope. You had a choice. Why would you get that drunk that you would bone an 80-year-old? Tell me. The first night you ever knew him. You nasty.
Ugh.
Facts.
How old was he when she met him? He had to be. He was old, okay? That don't even matter. How old was she? She was in her 20s. Guy had to be early 20s, maybe like 19, 20. You never know. That's something to research real quick. Well, let me see. Hold on. Say we're exposing false victimization everywhere. So she left Hugh's place in what? 2000 and what? Mm-hmm. I'm looking at her stuff now. Hold on. Okay. This is educational programming. I love it. Yours love over here. Educational programming at its finest. We're going to learn some things. Okay, let's see. Oh, she's talking about her marriage and stuff. Hold on, let me go back up here. When she first started out with Hugh Hefner.
Yeah, what happened with you and old Hubert?
My camera's I'm eating my egg roll.
Oh, it's all good. We heard you smacking through the video. It's all good. I'm like,
sorry.
I'm like, it must be good. Whatever it is, I ain't got no problem with it.
It's a Philly cheese egg roll.
Say, people like to talk about you when you eat, man. So you know, like they don't look foolish when they chewing on something. They love to do it.
Okay, let's see. She live in Alaska, huh?
Hey, Tamika Parker, yeah, it is funny. You know, they do actually do that. They're like, it's all good. You know, and once you break up with them, they're the worst person in the world, straight up. Wow.
Yeah, she lived up. Well, she moved into the Playboy Mansion at age 21.
Okay. All right. He said, you too ugly to be a... Oh, God. Oh.
She was on the show.
But you stayed. Oh, my goodness. And you had sex with somebody that told you was ugly. Really?
And he was old when she met him. He was old.
Yeah, I'm like, so, come on, man. Stop.
I had having sex with your grandfather. Ew.
You had sex with some old. You had sex with Gargamel from the Smurfs, basically. And because you thought you was gonna get that centerfold off top, you thought that what you had between your legs was gonna get you that centerfold, and you've been salty because he didn't give it to you off top. You had beg, and plead and cry. He's like,
Misery. This is facing facing credit card debt and potential homelessness. In August 2001, Madison moved into the Playboy Mansion and officially became one of Hugh Hefner's girlfriend. Hefner controlled her finances, enforced a strict schedule and curfew, and denied her opportunity to earn.
Wait a minute. That sounds familiar.
Sound familiar to me.
Keep going. Proceed.
Denied her opportunity to earn an income outside the mansion. In February 2002, after all but two of his girlfriend left, Madison became number one girl.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. That sounds familiar.
It's been two.
Number one girls.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm losing my mind over here, y'all. Oh my God. Keep going.
Okay.
This is great.
Number two moved out, right? All of our other ones moved out. And so in February, she became number one girl. During her time with Hefner, Madison stated that she wanted to marry him. And have children. However, during the interview at the Playmate of the Year luncheon in 2008, Hefner stated, "I love Holly very much, and I think we're going to be together for the rest of my life, but marriage isn't part of my puzzle." Ooh!
You don't get what you want, which is marriage. And now,
oh man,
because when he croaked, hey, Anna Nicole Smith.
Yeah. She was 18 when she met her old man.
Right. It sounds awful familiar. And it wasn't criminal for him to fly the booty in. It wasn't a RICO for you.
Oh, wait. I want to read something to you. Hold on. Let me read this to you. Hold on. Listen to this. Okay. This is when he said, after I love her, but when marriage is not a part of it, right? Okay. It says, it's not a personal thing. I just haven't had much luck with marriages. Reflecting back to her time at the mansion, Madison has described her feelings for Hefner as being a tribute to
Stockholm syndrome. Oh, Lord. What is really going on? Line that up. We need to actually do a comparison. There needs to be a comparison done. I sense plagiarism.
Wait. Hold on. Listen to this. Madison spoke openly about her cosmetic surgery, having both rhinoscopy and breast augmentation.
Lord have mercy. I need a comparison.
She insured her breast for $1 million. She got insurance on her breast.
That sounds ridiculously familiar.
Stockholm syndrome, breast augmentation. It's a lot the same. But did he ever get charges brought up against him? Nope.
No. Nah. Because he had too many people in his pocket that's up into the money ran. There's no way. There's no way.
Woman of God said, say what?
I'm trying to tell you.
Let the church say amen. Amen.
That sounds, and that was, when was this? In 2000 and what? Oh, what? Huh?
When it first happened to him, 2001, she moved in.
Okay, so, and when was this article?
This is Wikipedia. Hold on a second, I'll tell you what it's state. Hold on, looking for date.
All of that sounds like surviving R. Kelly.
It doesn't give a date, but it says in 2015.
Oh, okay.
But remember, Rob said Hugh Hefner was his go-to person. So they might have did research on Rob and find out that Rob liked Hugh Hefner, and they started checking everything on Hugh Hefner.
You see, that seemed like, I'm telling you, I see some plagiarism afoot. That's too close.
He said, say what?
That's too close. I'm like, what in the hell? What did you just read? Like, that's crazy. Stockholm syndrome, yo. That's deep.
Well, guys, I think we got a reading to go through, my book club family.
Oh, wait, man, that's wild. Unbelievable. Yeah, that book gonna be a monster.
Yeah.
It's always about a book deal or some foolishness like that.
Yeah, he was very well connected. He had everybody in his pocket because all the men fly
stuff on people. Hugh Hefner probably had stuff on people. You can't go after Hugh Hefner. Everybody would get exposed.
Who ended up with his money?
I don't even know. But you know what? Because I'm sure he done hooked somebody up with one of his girls. Or a couple of them.
You see, she was broke. That's why she moved with him. She was in debt and she was broke.
Yep. They follow Hugh Hefner's girlfriend stories. Absolutely right.
Look at what Sweet One said. That's why Kel said, now I admit I love Hugh Hefner, and Hugh Hefner through the years supported Hugh Hefner, yeah. But when he had a million girls.
I'm like, anybody listening to that I Admit song with some real ears, you'll be like, whoa. Telling you. He told you damn everything you really needed to know.
Yep.
For real. Take his gift and blind him. For real. He can't do nothing but music. Ain't handling no business. Trusting people to handle his business. And I just wish that at a point a light bulb would have cut on in his head sooner to start handling his own business. Facts. Straight up. Screw that, succumbing to, whatever disabilities you may have, because dyslexic people can figure it out if they seek the right help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He did have people around him, and that does go to show that did nobody give a crap about him. But that was very, very important. That's important to survival, to be able to count your money.
Yep.
That's one of the tragedies of this as well. Where is his money? Who got all of that bread? Somebody got it. We already know who got it.
Yep. But anyway, guys, I'm about to hit the road.
You finna party a little bit?
No.
I mean, you could just listen to some music and bring in the new year a little bit.
That's no partying. No partying over here.
Yeah, well, I'm finna go ahead and turn on some music and get the spirit moving up in here.
All right, dog. It's nice to see you again. I haven't seen you in 100 years. Don't stay so far away from us because y'all wanted you on that live that day, but you never answered me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I do apologize.
Okay.
I really do. I won't stay so far away. I promise.
Okay.
And I appreciate everybody in the chat. Love y'all. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I said, leave that drama in 2020. I will see y'all next year for real.
Yeah, Happy New Year's, darlings. But I'll be back before the New Year's over. I mean, this year's over. I'll be back. But Derek, stay cool, bro.
All right. I appreciate you. Love you much.
Love you too.
All right.
Later. Love you guys.